Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning, June 1st. So I am going to do a few cards here in a minute, but I want to catch you up. Oh, my shirt's crooked. I want to catch you up on what happened yesterday. So yesterday was the end of the month. Honestly, it was kind of a crappy day at work. Not all day, but in the afternoon, it got a little overwhelming and a lot of stuff was going on. And I swear I felt like an autistic kid getting ready to have a meltdown because I had one guy in the lobby talking as loud as he could, and one of the account managers over in this ear whispering so everybody wouldn't hear what she was saying. And I had it both coming at me at both ears and other people coming up to the desk. And I was like, getting very close to a meltdown for just a second. So I was like, I just was ready to be done with that day. And of course, after work, I had an appointment to go meet the leasing agent over at this new place that's a possibility. And I took a different route there, hoping that I was going to get out of the traffic. And I think I got into more traffic. So by the time I got over there, I was kind of in a pissy mood, even more so than usual. And I felt like I was about ready to cry. Just felt like, get over there. And he's like, how are you doing? How's your day? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, I'm bitchy, I'm cranky, and that traffic, I hate the traffic. I hate the drive over here. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. But we went and looked at this other apartment. Huge. Oh my God. It is like massive. I could have a lot of people over there. I could do a lot of meditation sessions. I could actually have people over and we wouldn't be stepping on each other. So anyway, so I looked at that one. It was 84 degrees in there. It was very, very hot. We did not stay very long. And then we went over to the one that I looked at the first day that I did like a self-tour with. I wanted to look at that. They're both the same size. One's like just one giant bedroom and a big giant living room, and one has like two smaller bedrooms or like a bedroom and a den. So it's laid out different, but apparently has roughly the similar space. So we went to that second model, and while we were out doing our little tour and walking, I asked him, I said, the other day I asked you why you don't believe in reincarnation. Can I ask you why? So then we started talking, or he started telling me, his very firm Christian beliefs. And I'm like, okay, so I tried not to be judgmental because I know how deep the programming for that is. And I know enough to be dangerous about the Bible. So I was able to have a little bit of a conversation and whatever, but we spent like 30 minutes in that model home talking about all of the stuff that we learned over the last 3 years and us being in a spiritual war. So we were definitely on the same page, except for the religious part and that aspect of it. But everything else, we were on the same page. And it was honestly one of the best conversations I've had in a long, long time. I love those deep, dark, spiritual conversations. That just like feeds my soul. And of course, he's kind of cute, so he's not hard to look at either. But anyway, so finally, and it was hot in that model because they didn't have the air conditioning on, but it wasn't as hot as the other one. So we were able to stay in there a little bit longer and talk. So finally, we decided, I was like going, okay, I kept telling him stories because I was like, I wasn't necessarily trying to convince him of my beliefs, but I think I was more trying to convince him that I wasn't some Looney Tunes because I believed in reincarnation. And I was explaining all the different past life readings I'd had, the first, download I had, and all the confirmations that I have gotten from people, and just kind of talking about the abilities that we have access to that we've always been taught that we don't. So I was trying to go about it in a way to not turn him off, because because I don't necessarily believe in what he does religiously, but it seemed like everything else we were on the same page and talking about the spiritual war and everything. So anyway, when we came out of there, we were like laughing because it was cooler out in the lobby and probably, you know, outside. And he walks out and he's like, "What time is it?" And he looks at his watch and it's 6:21. I got there at like 5:20. So basically we had been walking around and talking and disappeared for, you know, like probably we got started about 5:30. So we disappeared for like 45 minutes. We come out of this model and we're laughing. It looked like we were doing something that we weren't supposed to be doing. But that was just like, I felt like I'd just been on like the best date that I have been on in a long time. And it's just so nice to be able to talk to somebody that was interested in what you had to say. And he didn't look like he was bored out of his mind. You know, it looked like he was genuinely interested in hearing my opinion on everything that's been going on in the last 3 years. And I greatly appreciated that. So, I haven't signed anything yet, but I think he's gonna, now that I've kind of narrowed it down, I'm like, I just want a bigger floor plan. I could live on the second floor or the first floor. I see benefits in both. I could live with the one big, huge bedroom, or I could handle having like the one bedroom with the den and a little bit choppier. I think it's just that location that I feel at home with. But I did say this as we were standing there talking about what the next plan of action is. And I said, I think I can make this a better place. And he's like, I think you can too. So I am assuming I'm going to end up in there. But again, nothing has been signed yet. So I'm going to invite Connor into our tribe because I think he's pretty darn close to all of the other beliefs that we have. And I will move on now to the next 7 days. Now that it's June 1st and everybody seems to think, that one really wanted to come out, seems to think that we are about ready to have this financial meltdown here. Let's just see, what does the next 7 days look like for the collective? What does the next 7 days look like for the collective? So I got 2 cards here. The first one that came up was the 8 of Cups. She is walking towards the sunshine, so we might see some sunshine off in the distance. Something might come out that we're kind of like, oh my God, I think we're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. The next card that came up was the 4 of Cups in reverse. So this one always makes me think that someone is like looking at all the negative and not the positive when it's up. But I feel like if it's reversed, she's going to start thinking a little more positive. So it kind of feels like something might be coming out this week that everybody's going to be like, oh my God, we're almost there. The tunnel, we're almost at the end of the tunnel. You know, I kind of feel that way now that I'm getting ready to do this move. What do we got here? The Ace of Pentacles. That is good things coming in monetary, in material things that you can, you know, touch and feel. What else? What else do we have to look forward to as the collective for the next 7 days? The Knight of Cups. This guy has some roses in his hands. So, and it looks like a picnic on the ground. I don't know if you can see this or not. So that looks like maybe some, I'm going to say, genuinely emotional, positive communication coming our way. If this is for the collective, you know, I mean, it could be like a romantic thing, but it could also be some sort of an emotional communication coming from the higher ups about what's going on. You can take that however that resonates. Let's do one more card here. Well, and 3 fell out, so let's just see them all. The World was upside down. It's certainly going to change our world. It may not change it overnight. It may not change super fast, but we might see something where we're like going, wow, this, and I just looked at the thing and it said 10/10. That's my birthday. It might be a case of we see a glimpse of something that tells us that we are actually, again, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. We are seeing something where we can go, oh my God, this is what we're waiting for. It's not going to be like a snap thing, and it's not going to just poof happen and it's here. It might be that, like, just like that first view of something is coming good. The Three of Wands, yeah, that was in the reverse position. That's usually like the card where she's like looking out and she's looking at all the options. So something comes out, just like a snippet of information, but it doesn't give us enough where we can sit there and start like visualizing what the new world is going to look like. A little bit, but not a lot. And the next one is in the hangman came up in the upright. So we're going to be looking at things from a different perspective. So I just feel like there's some sort of information that comes out in the next 7 days that's going to give us a little hope, but not too much. You know, it's like, it's just like a dribble, a dribble of hope comes out in the next 7 days. And we'll just leave it at that. Okay, I have one other deck here. I used these on my live that I did on Sunday. I want to just see real quick. I want them to tell me, give me some things. Okay, give me some things that we can look forward to this next week. What can we look forward to? What else can we look forward to? Give us some hints about this information that's kind of coming out. What can we look forward to this next week? These cards are like big and heavy. Oh, there's one. We can look forward to sustainability. Okay, that's good. We all need stability, sustainability, some things that where we can go, okay, we can hang our hat on this. What else can we look forward to? That one's trying to come out. A relationship. Okay, so a new potential relationship coming in. Oh, way too many cards. What else can we look? Oh, we've got, and it goes 44 and 45. All right, these are all, okay. Something about the climate. Something about our passion comes out. Okay, so this is really interesting. In authority. So I got the 44, 45, 55 card, 43, and 48. I've like shuffled these. I've shuffled them a lot. I'm not sure why these are all 40. It feels 40, and it's probably like the end of the deck. So I feel like that's something to do with numbers. Lots of 4s, lots of 5s, and a 3 and an 8. Sustainability, relationship, climate, passion, and authority. This doesn't necessarily mean we're all going to experience this, but each of us may experience like a couple of these in the next week or so. But it kind of feels like we have something to be a little bit hopeful for, which is nice. I think that's it. I'm going to get off of here. I got to get to work, and I will keep you posted and talk to you later. Bye.